too. I mean, no, he does great comedy songs. I love their band to begin with.
Yep.
And that was like a step up right there.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, he definitely puts on the role of a good cover artist right there.
Yeah.
So.
Take on me. Take
Yep.
on me.
And he made the video so fucking 80s.
I felt it was more 80s than the original video.
Yep.
I know.
Someone made a comment with that. Someone made the comment where this is more 80s than the actual 80s were. It was great.
Yeah, I'm starting my game. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I just went stupid for a second.
For a second?
That hurts. The game that I'm DMing is actually starting tomorrow.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, my first DM ever.
Improv will be your best friend.
Okay. I'm alone on a sandy beach with nobody but
You know, I tend to actually say the opposite. Good planning will be your best friend.
Yeah, no.
Well, the setting I have right now.
It depends on the style of DMing. Like, you can prepare up to so much, and depending on the players, they can literally just trash what you prep and just be like, well, now I have to improv. What the hell am I going to do?
Well, the setting that I have worked out so far is that they're all adventurers with, they haven't really met up yet, but they do have a goal. Each one has their own specific goal, and they're going to be participating, like, right off the bat, they're in a tournament to join the King's Army on a special quest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
They're competing for it. And actually, Jordan, that's where they're going to meet the guy that I was telling you about, asking you about.
I just prepare for players to trash, and then I prepare content for that.
Jordan, I would like to turn back in the caves and not leave.
That's fine.
I would like to begin my subterranean dwelling. I'll live among the dark elves.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine.
But I would like to make it clear that if I had known that dark elves were the same as drow, then my character would not have asked that question.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yep. Yeah, there's just drow just don't exist in this world.
But they don't exist, or they are dark elves. That's what they are.
That's the same thing basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're just not called drow.
Yep. They are just called dark elves because.
Yeah, it confused me because I know that dark elves are a different thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this is just pretty much the drow are dark elves, and they're nasty son of a bitches. Like, well, at least most of them.
There is that one drow hero though. They're the same as drow, the one that like liberated everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
I do. I've forgotten their name, but there's the one good drow that's renowned in history.
Oh, Drizzt.
His name
is
Drizzt.
That was it.
Yeah.
That's also in
no. Instead of heroes, they pretty much have who can be the more nastier dark elf.
So they're more true to their alignments.
Yeah. My friend, I lend a book to my friend that I bought because I thought it was going to be an interesting read. Read the first 20 pages and I couldn't get past it for some reason. And it was about a certain dark elf named Malice Darkblade, who happened to be the prince of the king of all dark elves. His dad wanted him killed, so during a battle, they sabotaged the ship he was on. He lives, gets cursed by an amulet, and then for the next, 3 books, he battles with an inner demon and pretty much tells it to go fuck itself. I rule you, get the fuck out. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy.
Oh, I also have one interesting character. One of the girls in the group she wants to be a shape-shifting teenage prostitute.
Can only imagine how that's going to go.
What I did, I set her up on Rogue, and I told her to go down Arcane Trickster.
Yeah, that seems about right.
It'll take a little while, but I think it's worth it. Because then there's the Warlock option, but I imagine that she wanted to get more of that like backstabby, stab your John in the back kind of way.
Yep.
So I figured Arcane Trickster would have been a better route for her.
Yeah, probably. I mean, they're designed for like illusion magic and things like that. So
exactly, and they are able to take like the one transmutation magic that I think that she would definitely want. Alter Self.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah. No, definitely.
But yeah, I can only imagine. Water Twin Power, activate, form of giant dildo.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what she does with her mage hand.
Oh my.
Oh god.
And then things got creepy.
Yeah, that's gonna happen a lot in my campaigns. These are gonna get like really creepy, and it's gonna be my fault.
Yep.
It's okay, as long as you own it.
I'll never own anything. I didn't do it. Mail said that.
Sure.
See, he admits it.
So
not really.
Those gems, Rocket.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's a real shame you can't sell them yet, is it? It's almost like someone's been going out of their way to make sure you couldn't.
I'm pissed. I am mad. I want to sell those goddamn gems.
I don't even remember how much they're worth, to be honest with
you. Why?
Amazing.
Yep.
I'm getting bullied.
In fact, if I remember correctly, I don't even think I ever even set a price for them because I just knew you were never going to get to sell them.
I'm getting bullied. It's just like elementary school all over again, except I can't beat you up.
That's true. Hello, Jericho.
Howdy.
So, for the two of you that joined later, this is actually our full complement for the night, so it's going to be real intimate tonight.
Oh! Yay!
Yes. Brian and Will both have things going on, apparently, that came up last minute, and they told me today. In fact, one of those motherfuckers told me 30 minutes before the session, and I have witnesses.
I have witnesses.
29 minutes before the session. It was 5:31 right there on the timestamp.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. How was everyone's week? Anyone doing anything interesting this week?
Well, I besides starting at least having my campaign on the looking for group members thing, you know, just working things like that. So hopefully I get enough to actually be able to do a game, and players that are good enough to actually host a game for.
Jackson, how are the kids?
They hate me. I think they hate me. I swear to God. They won't let me sleep anymore.
Good.
It's literally that I try to take a nap in there, and then they'll jump on my back.
Ah, yes. Those are the days.
Nap, like on the job? Hold on.
No, it's during nap time.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not that fucking bad. Okay. They'll wake up and then they'll just start jumping on my back saying that they want to do something.
Those are some little shits.
They're little kids. That's just how they are.
Yeah, pretty normal.
They don't understand that I'm giant and have a bad back because of it.
Indeed.
Have you considered breast reduction?
I've considered it.
So Milo, you missed a week. How have your 2 weeks been?
Yeah. I mean, my nan died last week, so that's why I wasn't there. But overall, it's been all right. Yeah.
Cool. We're glad to have you back.
Sorry about your nan.
Thank you.
And Jericho, please tell me there will be no echoing tonight.
I don't think so, but I'm not totally certain what causes the echoing. I've got my sound at what I think is a reasonable level. I mean, I don't hear echoing. If anybody else does, I can turn it down further or something.
No, it's actually fine right now, but there are times where, particularly when Raka is screaming, That
Well,
Yeah, it seems like every time Rocco talks, it's a shame, Rocco. You might just have to stop talking.
What?
maybe this isn't a Jericho problem.
all right.
How could you say that?
I'll give that to you, I guess. Well, as you guys know, I told you that I upgraded my computer, which that's gone swimmingly well. Everything is super awesome now. In addition, I have been fighting with my ISB because I was still encountering those issues where I've been cutting out and such and yada yada. So they've been out twice this week, and they gave me a new modem, and they redid all the things, and then it happened again once. So I called them back, and they're going to come replace the lines at some point, actually physically in the building. They're going to replace the lines. So there's some good news. Hopefully that will happen next week. They still haven't called me and set up an appointment, but hopefully that will happen next week, and we can never ever have to lose me again, because I know you all freak out when Twitch is talking.
Goddamn Twitch, always talking shit. He talks bad about you when you leave.
I know. But I mean, to be fair, I don't pay him very much, so he kind of has a right to be disgruntled.
His new name is Bitch Twitch.
I like that name.
Indeed. Cool. Broke my phone case, so that also happened. So
It's not like you broke the phone.
No, I did not. Did not break the phone. And to be fair, when I say broke the phone case, what I really mean is the phone case finally gave out on me. That's really the more accurate description of what happened. Any hoozle. Does anybody else have any news before we jump into what you guys are doing?
I just peed a couple minutes ago.
Oh, that's good. My sheets are in the dryer, I guess, so that's cool. I'm gonna have nice clean sheets to curl up in later tonight.
I have pizza. Does anybody want to argue with me that again?
No.
Milo?
Let that slide.
I believe he has learned his lesson.
So, last session, we got into some shit. First off, you guys, I believe, if I'm not confusing my weeks here, last session started with the closest to a TPK this party has come. Probably like one more round of damage, and you guys probably would have all died.
Nah, we were good. Me and Milo had it.
I forget.
I think it was the same session, because we started the fight with
right?
the big fire dude.
Yeah, that's what we started.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, and then you guys traveled a pretty good clip away from that. You guys encountered some other big bad beasties. Marcus had an interesting encounter with this other entity that was attempting to erase his faith from his memory, which is a pretty serious thing to do, all things considered. So yeah, we did all that. We did some discovery information. We found out Jericho is prone to curses.
Apparently.
Things just like the
Somehow more so than me.
You guys.
Which is surprising, because you touch way more stuff than I do.
No, what was surprising was I beat you in a wisdom saving throw.
No,
there is that.
You guys fought the snake-like creature. Before you could kill it, it kind of disintegrated itself and laughed as it flew off. So we'll see if we encounter that at any other point.
Yeah, that was super reassuring.
Throughout your extended stay, but you guys also have 4 more days of rations left.
How far do we think we are from, the outside world again?
Well, you're still pretty lost, but
right.
You have gotten away from the heat. If the heat can be assumed to be coming from lower underground, you guys are steadily rising higher. So you think you might be headed in the right direction. Now, whether or not that direction is going to lead you to the inside of the crater or the outside of the crater is yet to be seen.
Yeah, I swear to God, if Atlantis is outside, I'm walking through.
He's gonna walk through Talagard.
Yeah. Is anybody gonna stop me?
So
No, I think.
Is anybody gonna want to go back
Does
down?
anyone want to stop you at that point?
pretty
That's
sure
a better
the rest of
question.
your party would be actually with it at that point.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, fuck everyone else.
Also, Raka killed the poor little Grimlock with his pet basilisks. Well, he killed the Grimlock in one shot, completely decimating him. However,
Yeah.
Jericho and Mail almost got turned to stone, which probably would have hampered your ability to do things tremendously.
Probably.
I missed a lot last week, didn't I?
You did. A lot of combat.
You saved
a lot of
the
almost
party.
death.
You no joke, saved the party.
It's true, actually. Magic Missile, I think, was the killing blow on the Salamander.
Yeah.
Yes. That fire thing was a bitch.
It
Because, like,
was-
I had to focus on either saving people or shooting it. That was the problem.
Yeah.
Because everyone was, like, having misses and fails, and I was like, huh. Goddamn. This is a problem.
Oh, it took me out of the fight so early with that fucking tail.
Yes, it did. Seems as though it was somewhat intelligent in its machinations.
Mm-hmm. He was being driven by a mysterious force named Jordan.
Indeed. So, we cut to the party. Basically, it's resting time. You guys have traveled a little bit beyond where you fought the snake thing and the basilisks, and you guys are laying down to rest. And you guys have traveled a pretty good ways today, even though it was combat ridden. So I assume that we're going with the normal order of things, which means that Jericho and Raka, you guys get the first watch.
Oh.
So I need you both, please, to roll me on the encounters thing to kick it off today.
Who else? Was it me?
No, Raka and Jericho.
Ah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I should also have the table up that I need. That is also important.
Wait.
I was all...
Wait, are we taking a long rest?
Yeah, you guys have traveled for the rest of the day and it's long rest time.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I just wasn't sure if you were talking about like we had just been and then we sat down like
No.
couple
You
feet
guys
away.
traveled for the remainder of the day.
Okay.
So let's see what we got going on here. That's what I need. Cool. And cool. So, Jericho, is there any conversation that you guys are having during your watch? It's
Given how the
basically-
last conversation I had with Rocco went, in which I was informing him of certain biological realities, I think that might be a little awkward.
Okay.
Unless he's got like follow-up questions or something.
Okay. Alright, awesome. So, Jericho, I assume that you would be like playing your lute to get your like Song of Rest or whatever instrument you choose to play. And actually, I should go ahead and open.
This is just during the night, during the
Yeah.
watch hours, right?
Yep.
No, Jericho's paranoid enough that he's gonna try to stay quiet.
Okay. Cool. All right. So Jericho, you are relaxing. Maybe you guys found a decent alcove to prop yourselves up in.
Only one way in, only one way out.
Yep. Absolutely. I'm just looking at these two. Okay, he's full health. He's fine. I think Marcus is full health too, right? He's full health too. Okay, cool. So you guys, Jericho, you're hanging out, and you're listening down the hallways. Raka's doing what Raka normally does during your watches together.
Right.
And you look at your pack, and you see that your pack seems to be moving. Something inside of it is rustling around.
Do I have anything breakable in there?
I mean, what do you have in your backpack?
I'm looking at it now.
You have one thing that might be breakable.
I do have that chalice. I don't think it's... I mean, it's metal, so...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. I was considering just grabbing the bag and hammering it against the ground a few times, but that seems probably too risky. So I'm going to gesture to Raka if I can get his attention.
Yeah, sure. I don't think it's that hard.
And get him to point to the bag, which I hope he notices is also moving.
Yeah,
and
it looks like something's in like maybe one of the front pockets. You see it like, just like it looks like something is moving inside of it. So it'll like move a little bit and then it'll stop, and there's like a lump you can maybe see just kind of running around.
I reach in and grab it.
Well, I was gonna say I'll open it, and if it tries to escape, you grab it.
Okay.
Okay. So you open up the pack, and this small little it looks like a rat. Kind of leaps out of the bag, and Raka, you're pretty quick. You were ready for it. You snatch the rat. It looks like a normal rat. It was just kind of crawling around in your packs, Jericho.
Yeah.
Can I look more closely at it?
You have it in your hand. It's squeaking. It's like it's doing its nasty. It's trying to bite you. Its tail is like flicking your forearm, trying to get away. But yeah, you can absolutely inspect it. You have full control over this thing.
Okay. Do I see anything unusual about it?
I mean, roll me an investigation check.
Remember, Raka, don't lick it.
What? I'm cutting in and out for some reason.
Alright, so 12. A 12 isn't bad. You notice the rat appears to be completely blind.
Does it?
It doesn't look like its eyes have been gouged out or damaged in any way. It looks like it has just been, like, it never formed eyes.
Okay, so blind cavern rat. That seems...
Do I think that is strange?
I mean, not really. There's no light down here, so it might be like an evolutionary trait to go blind, so that you can enhance your other senses, because eyesight is not really what matters down here in the dark dungeons.
Okay, I feed it some bread, then I let it go.
Okay, yeah. So it's by the time you like reach in your pack and get your bread, it stops wriggling. It's pretty much just accepting its fate. It's pretty sure it's gonna die. But you put the bread like in front of its face, and it quickly like bites out at it and grabs onto it, and begins eating it ravenously. And then you just like let it go down on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you let it go down the floor, and it runs off really, really fast. And it gets to like the entrance of the little cave you guys are in, and kind of like looks back and like sniffs the air towards you, towards the the six of you lying there, and then it sniffs the air outside of the tunnel, and it runs off in the direction that you guys had traveled from.
Okay.
That's essentially it.
Bye, rat.
Cool. So you guys change over the watch, which brings it to I think that Male is.
I believe so.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
Male is solo on this watch.
Indeed.
So you do your normal things, but you can go ahead and roll me an encounter roll.
Good shit. Let's do this. I'm ready. I'm liking what I'm seeing.
You killed us.
There's no such thing as I killed you. It's everyone died, and I ran away because of what I rolled.
Cool. Right. Your watch passes fairly uneventfully, which brings us to Milo and Marcus. So,
Yes.
Milo, you've had watch with Marcus for like the past 2 nights.
Yeah.
And he's a pretty reserved person, but is there any like anything you would like bring up or mention? Because he did have that experience with the orb or the stone thing, and the rest of you didn't really get a good look at it. You didn't really get like a solid you didn't get a chance to inspect it. Marcus was basically the only one that really got a full view of it. But it feels significant because it was a large, like molten, almost like stone that just literally just vanished from existence when the rest of you approached where Marcus was.
Yeah. So at first, ask him, "Are you feeling 100% now?"
He says he probably maybe he was like chanting like a silent prayer or whatever, and he stops and he says, "Yes, I." It is disconcerting to have your faith shaken so. But I am all right now. The headaches are gone.
Can you tell me more about what the stone actually looked like?
It was big, perhaps 8, 12 feet in diameter. It felt warm, but not overly so. I felt like it wouldn't burn me if I touched it, but it had a heat. But it was different than flame or the lava we experienced. Almost like it was coming across a great distance. And when I looked at it, that's when it happened. That's when that thing entered my mind.
What kind of images were you getting?
It was not an image, just more a feeling. And I don't think I'm not sure that Jericho, you were the one who witnessed the whole 2 fonts of fire battling each other, right? When you healed him, when you did your lesser restoration thing. And so yeah, possibly you've been explained this already, Milo, but he explains it again. He goes, so it was just as if there was a greater fire consuming the flame of Sigmar inside of me. It was red. It seems alive somehow. But I felt strength behind it. Not so much in the magical sense that you and I possess, or you or I should say, but more physical. I felt as if the being behind such a thing was strong, built. Do you say anything to that, Milo?
Don't think so.
Am I gone or is he gone?
He might have muted himself again.
I think he's gone because he's got that whole disconnect thing on it.
Oh, I don't see that yet on my screen.
Yeah.
No.
I think I might have the fastest connection.
Oh, there he goes.
Yep, there it goes.
I don't know about that. My connection's really fast.
I am directly connected to the Ethernet of our school.
Oh,
I mean, I have almost 300 down and 20 up.
That's good.
Am I back?
You're a filthy hooker. You know that, Jordan?
Bro, internet is life, man. There's a reason I pay $100 a month for fucking internet, man. That's why. 300 down, 20 up. Can't live with it, can't live without it, I should say.
Mate, I don't even get a fraction of that. Goddamn.
I know.
For the same price.
Which is why I'm so upset when my internet does shit out and it's not my own fucking equipment, because I'm like, I pay a lot of fucking money for good ass internet.
Oh god.
Anyway.
I think mine is like 250 down and 10 up, I think.
That's pretty good.
Again, school internet's like super good.
Yeah. So we're just gonna bullshit for a few minutes until Milo decides to poke his head back in. Let's see. Also gotta take a picture of my cat, which is being cute, sleeping on my bed.
Yeah. I want animals again.
Sounds like there's a reason you don't have animals anymore.
There it is.
Want to enlighten us?
Yes.
Interspecies erotica?
No, it's because I live in a dorm, dude.
That's true. I mean, that is a problem.
But also interspecies erotica.
Hello.
That's a given.
I should be. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Awesome. Anyway, so what did you miss? Any of that? Any of the description of what he was saying?
No, lots of fire and
yeah. He felt like the being behind it was maybe not magically strong, but physically strong. It was obviously intelligent. You know, it obviously had a pretty vast intelligence to it. Yeah, and it was like the fire was consuming his inner fire that he gets from his god. Or he also I don't know if he mentioned this. I think he mentioned it, but I think he missed it. He did accuse Sigmar of not being a real god, the entity that spoke with him. Because he actually said to Marcus, "You are the one who worships the human." He didn't say Sigmar, and he didn't say the god. So he did make the distinct impression that Sigmar was not a true or a recognized god to him. Which kind of pissed Marcus off, you can tell a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I think I'd probably just leave it at that then.
Okay, cool. Alright, since he's not here, go ahead and roll me encounters there. Milo.
No?
What do we have here?
I'm scared.
I mean,
I'm always scared.
yeah, it's quiet.
I hope I can evoke this fear.
Let's see what we do here.
No.
I want this one. Yes, this is the one.
Oh.
No.
How many of these things are there? Oh, that's a lot of these things.
Great.
Well, Milo, I hope you're proud of yourself.
I could also just be bullshitting the fuck out of you guys.
You're not.
Meanwhile, bullshitting. Let's look at this wonderful GIF. Because Jordan said kitty, and, well, it's fitting.
Come, kitty, kitty, you're so pretty, pretty.
Man, see, now I have that song stuck in my head because of Game Grumps.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I've always loved that song. I don't care what anybody says about it.
The fact that you know that, like, that video only came out, like, 3 days ago, and the fact you're singing it now, out of all the nights we've done it, is freaking me out.
The reason why is just it brought it forward in my mind. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Indeed.
Yep.
Like I've always liked it, and I'll always listen to it every once in a while. But then I was like, I should listen to it again, and I've been marathoning it forever.
Yep, it's the earworm stuck in my head right now.
So, what
about? Yep. Let's not talk about that.
No, you can't make me. Rape.
I always forget that my messages for texting is Garrus saying one less to worry about, but which almost came up at a really bad time during work because my boss was talking about how a family's home was being burned down and that they had a kid, and it almost came up at that moment when he said one less to worry about. And I was like, please no, please no.
just on a Wednesday than you do on a Saturday and Sunday. It is not a weekend effect. It is misrepresented by Mr. Hunt.
Did you watch Milo?
Lying, frankly, because when you're told something is wrong, you continue.
Indeed.
Oh, I actually have a question for Milo. Do you guys remember Yu Yu Hakusho?
Yes.
Of course.
I started rewatching that recently, and I very much realized that was not a show that we should have been watching.
Probably not.
No.
Really, like they have like people getting torn in half, people blowing up, decapitations, all that shit.
What show?
Yu Yu Hakusho. That's what I was gonna ask you. If you had Toonami over in wherever.
No, we don't have Toonami.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So, you guys are traveling. Somebody roll me a D8.
You got it, Rocco. I'm in the middle of a text.
Okay.
You doomed us, Rocco.
So pretty early on in your adventuring day, you guys get to a point within the tunnels, and Milo, you get a familiar feeling. You get the feeling as though you're being watched.
Oh, not this again. So, do you remember those tentacle things that almost killed me?
Yes, I know specifically what you're talking about, but...
Sorry, quick question. We completed a long rest, so shouldn't people have healed?
Yes, absolutely. I'm sorry. If you need to roll your hit dice, go ahead and do that.
Thank you.
And everybody gains half rounded up, because I think a lot of you are not at full hit dice.
Well, goddamn. Brings me up to full.
Yes, and you get an extra d6 if you spend hit dice.
Because I'm just that good on my pan flute.
Yep.
Aren't you about to reach your next thing in the Bardic Inspiration?
Thing?
Yeah. Font of Inspiration, it recovers on a short rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Cool.
Also, it becomes a D8, if that's what I'm also thinking. 5's a little important level for Bard.
Yeah.
I know that.
Well, 5's a power level for everybody. So,
Yep.
Milo, you get that feeling as though you are being watched.
So yeah, remember those tentacle things that almost killed me?
What about
We may run into some more.
kick ass, and then I pick Milo up.
Oh God.
It's probably for the best, but tentacle things. You know, between the salamanders and the ceiling snakes and the hook horrors, I'm actually having a hard time remembering which were the tentacle things.
Those are the things that killed Hedwig.
So,
Bastards.
so we're going north, right?
Yes.
Got it.
Supposedly. Yes.
So you guys notice also a change in the like this part of the dungeon. Before, you guys have been traveling through this very damp, or I'm sorry, very dry, devoid of liquid area. And this part that you're coming to, I think a lot of you probably noticed this. In fact, all of you probably would without even really trying. You feel a bit more humid. It's not that heat that you've been feeling from like the lava flows and the creatures and stuff. But it is a bit moist. Yes.
Yes, moist.
It's almost
Such
like
a
if any of you have
delightful
ever been on a plane and gotten off in like Florida or like the Carolinas, and you've come from like
Don't go that way.
You've come from like Colorado or something like that. It's like when you get off that plane, it's like that sticky, nasty feeling.
Yeah, I'm sure Male wouldn't enjoy that because, well, he's got a lot of hair on his body, and it's just sticking to him like fucking putty.
Yeah. So everybody go ahead and stop right there. Raka,
Oh, boy!
since you're in the lead.
Keep on. Milo's on my shoulder.
Really?
Raka's in the lead. Yeah, there's a shock.
Actually, you know what? No, Milo, since Raka's just focused on walking, you probably noticed this because you don't have to focus on walking.
Okay.
You're
You
welcome.
notice that there appears to be some kind of slime on the walls right over here. It looks like yellowish, maybe orange. You don't really see it until Raka walks close enough for his light to shine on it, because dark vision is grayscale.
Yeah.
But you see the slime. It looks yellow orangish, sliding down the wall at a rapid enough pace that you can see it. There doesn't appear to be an origin. It looks almost like it's coming out of the porous wall itself.
Would I be able to hazard a guess at what it would be?
I mean, sure. Tell me what you think as a person / what Milo would think it would be. Like, is there anything that he would know? Like, because it's slime. It's not like you're trying to identify a creature. It's not like you're trying to identify you're trying to identify a substance.
Yeah.
So it's probably going to be like a medicine or a nature check.
Okay, I'll try a nature check.
But at a glance, you can totally check.
You have discovered the mythical sweating caves.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
it looks
exactly.
like nasty slime. It looks like it has the consistency of maybe if you've ever had like a seaweed in your hands, that kind of like residue that it leaves. Looks like it's got that kind of consistency to it. But as far as what it is, no, you have no clue.
No clue.
It's the stuff healing potions are made of.
Obviously.
Yeah, you should totally drink it, Rocky.
I didn't see it.
I mean, I draw attention to it, saying, "Guys, there's slime."
Okay. So we can move again, and I think
now I see it.
I think Zetch would be interested in it. So he's probably gonna walk over here.
You're still on my shoulder, Milo.
I know.
Yeah, Raka, you walk over, and Jericho and Zetch, you guys see all the same thing. And Mail, if you go up there, Marcus isn't too interested in slime. He's gonna monitor the cavern.
Oh.
Scope that stuff out. Of course I am.
Yeah, I'm assuming you do it without touching it, because you've learned better.
Yeah, no.
To not touch
Jericho is not of the stick your finger in it and lick it school of medicine.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Now, what about Raka?
I'm tempted. I
keep warning him not to lick things.
And
I
think we've trained Raka pretty good to understand dangerous stuff and not dangerous stuff at this point.
We have not. That is a filthy lie.
Raka's
finds anything. He finds anything.
Raka is feeling the urge.
Yeah, and Mail can see this, and he just glances over maybe Jericho's shoulder, and you said medicine, right? To see whether or not.
Roll a medicine.
Right.
Or nature.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure the mythical sweating caves. Raka, hands in your pockets.
Well, I'm debating whether I would know it based of actual knowledge, or based it off of hey, don't touch this. This is bad.
You can use either. It'll give you slightly different information, but you can only really do one to what your line of thinking is currently.
Well, he's naturally more of a wise character, so I'll go with wisdom. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, this
stuff is.
Just for the shits and giggles, can I try?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he's gonna roll that fucking fatty.
Sure.
I rolled more than everybody else.
That is kind of horrifying.
Yeah, no, you guys never encountered anything like. Oh, I guess Zetch is there too. Let's see if Zetch can save you from your untimely death. Nope.
Brilliant.
He's still in better than the rest of us.
Barely.
Yeah,
yes.
Zetch gets up there, and he's looking, and he doesn't really say anything, and he just kind of shrugs his shoulders.
The way I see it, we're getting our bad rolls out of the way early.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't figure out what it is, and I can't figure it out what it is, and can't touch it, so I'm gonna move on.
As long as it's not coming after us, I'm not too concerned.
So, you guys can continue on your path. So Raka, when you get up to, one more basically.
There?
Yeah, when you get up to there, you see there appears to be something back here in this little area. They kind of catch the light from your hammer or your maul, and kind of reflect back a little bit. And it appears to be things sticking in the ground.
I check it out.
Okay.
It's Milo.
Yeah, so you go over there, Raka, and they look to be spines or spikes of some sort. You can tell that they were on a creature, but the weird part is, if spines or spikes are like thrust into and or out of a creature, there's normally like viscera and meat on them, but these are pristinely clean. They look like they have never seen a speck of dirt or never touched flesh in any way, shape, or form. They're clearly from an animal of some sort.
I grab it.
Okay.
What does it do?
So you could totally grab them. There's maybe like 5 of them there. And
All
they're
right.
weird. They're kind of like a purplish color. They look kind of crystalline.
How big are they?
I would say they're probably about the size of your palm, like a normal human palm. Maybe a little too big for arrowheads, but maybe a good spearhead could be made out of it, or javelin head maybe. But yeah.
Oh, I have an idea. I take them.
Okay, so you collect them all up. Yeah, so there's probably about what did I say, 5 or 10?
5.
Yeah, there's 5 of them there.
Yeah.
I have an idea. Raka starts
you also
chuckling
notice over
menacingly.
here that slime is on all along these walls as well.
I chuckle menacingly at my thoughts. Let's go, Milo.
Do you want to share with the rest of us, Raka, or?
Yeah,
I'm
you
good.
see Raka like hunched over there and picking stuff up, and then he just like chuckles.
Cackles.
And away.
I'm good.
What
Okay.
What are you planning, Raka?
What brilliant idea has occurred to you?
So everybody go ahead and stop for me real quick. I need everybody to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Hot damn.
Oh, and then I also have advantage on these. As long as I'm not blinded or incapacitated.
You cannot see it, so you actually don't.
If it still works if I hear it, I think.
You can't hear it either. I'm like 90% certain it's not something that Raka would see.
Traps.
So, me and
It's not
Raka
really a trap,
are
but
dead.
it has that can be seen.
What?
Traps and spells that
Traps
can be
that
seen.
can be seen.
Just go with it.
Well, it doesn't matter because Milo rolled the lowest.
He's on Raka's shoulders.
Yeah, so it
I
actually
can't actually dodge out the way.
But what's going to
So-
get you and not him?
So Milo, you
Pinpoint
feel.
accuracy.
Has Milo ever been shit on by a bird before?
He did have Hedwig.
Yes.
Hedwig wasn't an actual bird.
Yeah, I don't think Hedwig actually had a working digestive system, but
Let's not talk about that.
In his
you know what?
lifetime,
Actually, hold on. I have to do something real quick.
He's rolling for it.
Nope. I forgot one thing. It's like super important, means everything in the world.
Oh, really?
Brutal.
Are you gonna move him from there when we resurrect him?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I still haven't decided if Milo can actually take the grief of resurrecting him to die again.
Alright, let's go back. So Milo,
Okay.
you feel this thing plop on your shoulder, and then you're like, ugh, what's that? And that slime stuff. But it looks darker and more opaque than the stuff that's on the walls. And you look at it, and you're like, ugh, and you begin to see your clothes are being eaten away.
Oh god.
Like where it landed on you.
Okay. Raka, put me down.
Got it! Drop him.
And yeah, thankfully it's only traveling clothes, but I look up. Do I see anything there?
I'm glad you said you look up, because I thought you were just gonna like get it off your shoulder and ignore it.
Yeah.
So you see up on the ceiling, because you actually have well, it's not that tall. The ceiling isn't that high here, So you can
Sure.
see it. You actually see there appears to be that slime, but the more condensed version of that slime is in a big glob on the ceiling, and you can see like where parts of it are kind of like slowly raining down. But this slime, all this slime that you've seen so far, moves with gravity, right? It just like rolls down the walls or comes out of the things and slides out. This one begins to move and starts to come down the wall. It seems to be defying gravity or have a sentience of some sort. So what would your initial reaction to that be, Milo? And it'll determine whether or not I do something next.
It will probably be to run away from it.
Okay. So I think that if you're going to attempt to like take an action of like run half away from it, we're going to need to roll initiative because it's going to obviously not want you to do that.
Yeah.
God damn it! Why can't I ever roll a good initiative?
Raka, don't you get advantage at level 5?
No, I do not. Not until 7th level.
Oh, sucks.
Barrel combat. Or something.
Barrel instinct.
That's what it is.
I'm more looking forward to 6th level though, honestly. Mindless rage. Immune to charm and frighten effects.
That's important for you.
Yeah.
You've already been charmed, what, twice now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like to talk about it.
I got you out pretty quickly that one time.
What was one time?
Well,
the one where you ran your head first into a tree?
Oh, yeah. But no, I actually resisted the other time.
We're gonna roll for this thing. This up.
Then there's Jericho with a fucking crazy high initiative.
Jack of all trades.
Dang.
Yeah, and 20 dexterity.
Yep. I does that.
Alright, so Jericho, what you see is Milo like look up, like get put down. He's like, he's like trying to shake something off his shoulder. He looks up and you see like the like subtle panic come over his face as he watches the wall, like this thing come down the wall, and you see it too.
Is Milo still burnt? Wow, that's big. I mean, I can only see the edge of it creeping down, but that's big.
It's still like halfway up the wall. It's not actually in combat with you yet,
Milo. Yeah. Is the slime on Milo still burning him?
No, he's like dumped it off. It just kind of slid off of him. It wasn't like attached to the clothing or anything.
Okay. Well, I don't know if it's possible to stab slime, but I think this is one of those cases where we're going to have to learn by doing, and I don't know if there's anything spell-wise I would care to do at the moment. So, Jericho...
He's like 10 feet up the wall.
Oh, out of reach.
Yeah. So stabbing...
You have throwing daggers though, don't you?
I have a bow.
Yeah, you have a bow. You would totally just...
So I'll give that a shot, see what it thinks of getting an arrow in it.
Sure. Absolutely.
Does it react? Does it just stick there?
Well, you hit it. So you hit the thing, and your arrow sinks into it, and you see it like you see the arrow go all the way through and like impale the wall behind it, and it sprays out, like it shudders. The whole like form shakes and shivers, and it begins to slide like around it. But you also see the arrow, the wooden part of the arrow, is beginning to dissolve.
Yeah, I figured that arrow was
as it's sliding
not coming back.
But it appears to have taken damage from that thing.
Oh, that's good. Then I will just shout to Raka, Bardic Inspiration. Raka, for friendship, protect Milo!
Okay.
Throw Milo like a football.
Well, Milo's already on the ground, luckily, so...
Yeah.
punt him like a football then.
However,
I don't care.
These things get to go. So it's going to take 10 feet down. And Male, you see some shit going down over there.
Oh boy! Oh
But you
boy!
also see more stuff sliding down the wall at you guys. So these two things, let me just put a marker here.
Back.
They are, we'll say that, we'll give them the snail, meaning they are 10 feet in the air. They're actually still coming down the wall. They're not quite to you guys yet. However, Milo, this thing does come up to you. You are its only target currently.
What fun!
And it is going to. So it's the ooze itself. These tentacles start to form outwards, and they go to slap at you, Milo. 21.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do against that.
So how long does your life have? Because you already have mage shield or mage armor, because you guys just always have that on here.
Yeah.
Does it last the whole time? Like, does it last 8 hours? Like, how long does your temporary hit points last?
It lasts until my next rest.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. So go ahead and roll how many temporary hit points you would have currently.
Oh well,
Is
I
that a
have
roll thing,
8.
or do you have it just a number? Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so you have 8. But you are going to take 12 bludgeoning damage, and it's going to deal 5 acid damage as well.
So 13, which is 9 damage.
So you guys see Milo get blasted by this thing. This thing doesn't appear to move very fast. You know, it only traversed the wall 10 feet. But Milo, you were just in its line of sight. And the other two, actually, I guess the other two are going to they're just going to continue moving. So they're actually going to be on the ground now, since they can also take actions like players and stuff. So Marcus is technically in combat now, but the thing doesn't get an attack on him. So Milo, what are you going to do?
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spark my hands with lightning and see if I can hit him.
Perfect. So, Milo. Cool. So, Milo, you spark your hands and you arc out, and it arcs into the creature. But you realize very quickly that you've made a terrible mistake.
Oh god.
And this creature seems to feed off of the lightning. And it actually splits into 2 creatures.
What?
What have you done?
I was trying to get away.
They are smaller, but
now you can't.
Yeah, you don't think that was probably the greatest of ideas.
So I assume that it can still take reactions this turn.
Oh yeah, now there's 2 things that can take reactions, technically.
Yeah. Okay, I'm probably not going to risk taking 2 attacks of opportunity then. I'm going to have to, like, grow a pair.
Well, actually, hold on. You technically still hit it, so actually, this creature, the one up top, cannot take reactions.
Okay. Yeah.
But this is technically a new creature.
Sure, then I probably will try and take that attack of opportunity.
Oh,
right, so you move away, and that one is going to take an attack of opportunity off.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Here we go.
17.
And because I only used a cantrip, I'm going to
cast cast a shield.
Yes.
Should you so choose. Cool. So your shield blocks it.
Oh, okay. I feel better now. Oh. Right.
Cool. Male, it's your turn.
Male seeing these blobs coming down, you know, and Milo like shocking the smaller one, and then like it's splitting it into. You just hear Male shout out, "Please don't do that again! There's more. There's enough things to shoot at." And I immediately like look over to my guess right and immediately shoot at this one, this big fucker. So let me get that, and it's not damaged, and pow.
15 is a hit. You feel as though you've done some damage to it, but it's obviously a large beast. You might be able to recover your bolt because your bolt is like all metal, right? They're not.
Yeah, and with that, like Male is just like skirting around. Let's see, that's 20, 25. There we go.
Cool. All right. Anything else?
Nope, that'll be it from me.
Raka.
Do I get the feeling that blunt or bludgeoning or piercing would do much to these things?
They seem to. I mean, them showing damage from anything is kind of hard. But they clearly can be affected by things because you saw the arrow pierce one, and it seemed to do something to it.
It super did not like that arrow.
Okay, I go up to here. I rage. Boop. And then I raging maul bludgeoning this one and this one with a whole load of this shebang. So waha.
So you're doing one on each, or how are you splitting?
Yeah, one on each.
Okay, cool. So you are splitting.
Bludgeoning.
Right. So you are beginning to smash them. Against each other, or smash them with your hammer. Bits and pieces of them are flying everywhere, hitting the walls and becoming inert. You definitely think you're being successful in the causing damage department. Oh, you know what? I did not roll for Zetch and freaking Marcus. Holy crap. I'm bad. I apologize. Never mind, he rolled a 5 anyway. Okay, cool.
What's his dexterity modifier? Is it above mine?
Yes, it is.
So he would have gone before.
Of course, Marcus rolls an 18. So, Zetch is going to go. And then, well, I'll do Marcus and Zetch's turn now.
Yeah.
I progress to the next. So, Marcus is going to obviously run up and he's going to hit this thing. He's got all the spell slots and stuff, so he might inflict wounds here. I don't know. I don't really know how to play cleric, to be perfectly honest with you. But yeah, I think why not? I think that we just inflict wounds. And the one right in front of me. Oh boy. Oh, it still hits actually. Minus 15. So that ooze looks pretty put out by Marcus's onslaught. And then we'll do Zetch. Zetch is going to back up. He's going to shoot at the same one that Marcus was shooting at. And let's see, I'll probably just... I don't want to use a level 2 spell. So we'll just fire both times. Because I'll use a sorcery point at least.
Oh,
burn this one down.
Nice.
Healing 17 to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this particular ooze right here does not look happy. Which brings us to Jericho.
All right. Well, I'd rather not feed these things all of my arrows, so if they're not dissolving metal, then I can sheath the bow and draw my rapier as a free action, right?
Yes, you can.
Excellent. So I'm going to dart in and give that a slash. Or a stab, rather.
Hey-oh!
Nice.
Ooh.
That fatty damage, though.
That is really good. It's 15 damage. It's not, however, enough to take this thing out.
My god, this is resilient jello. Okay.
But it is looking pretty hurt. One more strike from either of you, I think, will end its existence.
Well, that's good, because there's still another one there. And did Raka use his inspiration? Bardic inspiration?
No, I did not.
Okay, then I will throw the next one to Marcus over there, way behind me.
Okay, sounds good.
Say something inspiring about fate. Kind of thing.
Cool. So then it's Marcus's turn. He sees this thing is not very hurt. So he is going to probably just hit this one. And he gets a second attack from his war cleric thing, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
To a number of times.
We're gonna hit twice. Not very awesome damage, and this thing is unfortunately still, well, it doesn't breathe, but it's still, you know, moving, but just barely. It's like in tattered shambles at this point.
You're wrong.
So these things get to go. Let's see. I think this one is going to move 5, 10, and this one is going to probably stay where it's at. I'm gonna look at this. Okay. Cool. So Jericho, you're gonna take a hit from the one you stabbed, and Raka, you're gonna take a hit from the other one.
Bring it.
And then Marcus is gonna take a hit. So on Jericho first. 18.
18. Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. And then
Yeah.
Raka. Gonna miss.
Yeah, it has advantage.
Oh, it has advantage. True. So.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
8 damage.
That's 7 to me?
It is 7 to you. Yes.
Every single time I've gotten hit first, it's only been 8 damage.
Cool. And then the one on Marcus, I think a 17 does hit him, actually. It does. So I'm going to take 12. He's still okay, though.
Ouch.
Milo, these two things, they don't look too happy that Jericho and Raka are currently fighting.
I think what I'm probably going to do is a magic missile. I'll try 1 at that and then 2 at the other one.
Okay, 1 at which one?
The one by Jericho.
Okay, so 1 at him and 2 at the other one. Okay, so that's 3 damage to this one. He is.
Yeah.
Oh man, he is close, but not quite there. And then 6 damage to this one. Yeah, he was looking a little healthier, so he is not quite dead.
Yeah. Alright.
Anything else from Milo?
That's good for me.
Alright, Mail. One in front of Marcus looks like it's going to drop with the next thing that touches it, and then the one that appears to be chasing you guys down, but very slowly, appears still pretty full health.
Yeah, so what we see is like Mail's like running, and then like he turns to his right, you know, sees the giant blob like hit Marcus, and he's like, "Oh, I got you, priesty boy!" And he just loads a crossbolt and shoots at it, and he is gonna do this, pow. He's gonna miss horribly. So
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
he's gonna do.
So you say I got you, and then your bolt sinks into the wall behind the jelly.
Yep. Mail just kind of like looks a little dumbfounded. He's like, maybe I don't.
That wall's not going to try anything.
And Zetch is going to look at you. He's going to say, "Let me show you how it's done." And he's going to shoot a firebolt at it.
If he gets too wrong, I'll fucking make fun of him. Nope, he hits it.
Oh, wow.
For max damage.
Damn.
And it does die. As it's incinerated, and the smell of like burning oil pollutes the air from whence the creature was residing. And Zetch is gonna move some more. Gonna put some more distance in between him and this nasty jelly thing. Raka, the two next to you, they might just go down with another good assault.
I think you know how I want to split them. This one first, then this one.
Okay.
First, the same order I did before.
Yep. And those two are going to be smashed into little tiny jelly pieces.
And then, whoa!
Indeed. Remember, oh, you're not frenzied. Never mind. Disregard. I said you're not frenzied. Disregard.
Yeah, no, that I have 40 now.
No, I mean for your bonus action attack.
Oh no, I'm at level 5 now.
Yes. Cool. So, Jericho, it is your turn.
Yeah, got those dealt with, and it looks like Setch successfully toasted the other one. Never had hot jello. Probably not going to change that now. But I think no reason for me to do anything other than charge over here and hope I'm on a hot streak.
Cool. Damn, Jericho.
Ooh, you are on a hot streak.
Holy crap. You guys did get those bad rolls out of the way beforehand.
Yeah, that's a good move.
So yeah, Jericho, you put a significant stab through it, and you feel like you hit some meat. Is anyone still there?
I am.
I'm here.
Why did all the pictures just disappear?
I don't know.
Pictures disappeared
Hey.
you guys too?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
see
they
you now,
disappeared
Jordan.
to me.
Yeah, I'm still missing.
It must have been server issues.
Yeah.
But we
Yeah.
weren't interrupted, so I don't care. Let's move on. Anything else from Jericho?
No,
Okay, cool.
no, he's feeling pretty good about the whole sporting
So, yeah,
thing.
Marcus is going to run up, and he's going to beat this thing twice with his maul in almost Raka-like fashion.
Yeah.
He misses on the first one, though, unfortunately. However,
He splats it.
17 damage, man. This thing is low. It is on death's door, but it's going to get another turn. So, Mail, it kind of had to target it on you, so I think that Marcus is now in the way of that, and it's probably going to attack him. Going to give a swing at him. Jesus Christ almighty.
You poor
We're all
thing.
rolling 20s today, boys.
You poor thing. That was directed at me. It's a shame that you took the blow from me. It's a real shame.
Yeah, it really was. So that's 19, 20, 21.
Do you want me to try to cut one of the...
19 plus 6 is 25.
What's your armor?
His armor is 16, so I don't even think you can do it.
Crits are automatical hits,
Yeah.
regardless of AC.
You would only
And
take away from
modifiers.
the damage.
Oh.
But it's up to you. I think, yeah, it's up to you.
You want me to try to...
I think you might die if you don't.
He's
Well,
got
I
to
mean,
be...
that's not a huge deal, right? He just goes unconscious and you guys kill this thing and throw a kill on him, right?
Oh yeah.
You know, he's not gonna. That type of blow isn't gonna kill him outright. But,
Yeah.
No, that's what I was worried about. Again, I don't know what you squishier characters are like.
I mean, Marcus has 31 health total. Like his
Oh,
max
then
is
yeah.
31. So yeah, he's not gonna die outright for sure.
Yeah, it has to be pretty like lower levels. That's when it becomes a problem, as creatures can't, they can do the damage if they crit and can outright kill a squishier character. But towards later levels, it's kind of hard to just outright kill a player.
I think it's the point where it's impossible for me.
See, you say that, Jordan's going to find a way. And let me tell you, there are many ways to do it.
I actually just thought of a way that he could do it. Shit, never mind.
Well, there's always Beholder Eye Rays that if they drop you to 0, you're dead. You just don't get death saves.
Glorious.
I was thinking more of that thing that attacked us.
Yeah, it just beat you senselessly like a doll.
Cool. So I assume that we're not going to. So you see Marcus he runs in the way and he slaps this thing, and then he's staring at it, but one of the pseudopod shapes hits him in the back of the head, and he falls unconscious.
Marcus, no!
Marcus!
I'm sure he's been through worse.
Yeah, he's got unconscious a ton of times.
He's the newest member of the party.
He's church militant. They probably get slapped around by priests as part of his training.
We need to get him used to this.
So,
Not massive damage, but
you hit it, and it is still active, but it is not. It's slightly more damage than it was prior.
yeah.
Male?
Male is gonna try to avenge Marcus, and goddamn.
How's that avenging going?
So.
Well,
Yeah,
I didn't get my bad rolls out of the way.
You made the mistake of you targeted the arm that slapped Marcus unconscious, and as your bolt is flying through the air, it just melds back into the form, and your bolt just completely misses the target.
Yep.
So Zetch is going to walk up here, and he's going to say, "Let me show you how it's done."
Again.
He's going to shoot at it.
Yep.
Boom.
And,
He killed it, didn't he?
Due to Milo's extra 2 damage applied to it, this creature is incinerated.
Ooh.
Yep.
I pick up Marcus and take him to
Sure,
Jericho.
You're gonna slap a heal on him.
Yeah. Do you want to give him the... Yeah, we'll give him the good stuff.
The good.
Here, spellbook. There we go.
Good shit, man.
Ramp that up. What do we get?
Nice.
Not bad.
Solid heal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he is awake again, and he says, "Man, I really need to stop getting hit by things."
I would like to make an attempt to harvest the ooze.
Sure. How?
Do I have any bottles?
I think you still have 1 glass vial, right?
Oh, yes, I do. I'd like to attempt to do that.
Okay, give me a dexterity saving throw. You can get advantage on it, but yeah. Yep, you pass, no problem. You can bottle up some of the ooze.
Mhm. Alright.
So you have a bottle of yellow ooze now.
Okay.
Exciting.
Cool. And we are out of combat.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
if we get thrown into jail or anything, that'll let us get through the bars.
Yeah. Man, that was scary, wasn't it, Milo? And I tap him on the shoulder, and then I pick him up.
God damn it. I think I'll just start to embrace it at this point, so
Yeah, no.
I kind of shift.
Well, Rocka's scared because he realized that you could die very quickly. Wait, because you got attacked once by that weird beak thing, and you were getting dragged off to be eaten.
Yeah.
Sure was.
You were like, to Rocka, you are now the definition of squishy.
I feel like we're probably roughed up enough that we should either spend some healing or take a short rest.
I'm good.
And given that Marcus has that sweet prayer of healing, that might be a good move.
Yeah, he could probably prayer of healing right now.
Okay.
So if y'all get in range, he's gonna do that.
Yeah, I just kind of look at Zetch and I'm like, well, how do you think? Me and Quiet One over here, I think we're good. As we're like unscathed, and damn, that's a fatty
Everybody
ass
gets
heal.
16.
Oh wow.
Cool.
That's a fatty ass heal.
Sure is.
I feel
And that's 16
inspired.
everybody,
It's up to 6 targets.
but it's not split across them. It's just everyone gets the full value.
Yep.
Bloody
Good
hell.
Lord.
It's a second level, and
Yeah.
it takes 10 minutes to cast.
Yeah.
It's meant to be a group heal.
It's amazing, though.
Oh,
Yep.
also he could choose himself. Did he already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's 6 of you, so everybody
Yeah.
can benefit.
That's an awesome spell. Let's
So you
go,
guys spend-
Milo.
You guys spend 10 minutes doing that while he casts a spell. And then
Yep.
you guys move on.
I found a red triangle.
Indeed.
Away!
Alright. So
Should
you
we
guys
go this
travel
way?
along that path. Somebody roll me a d8.
Hey!
Okay.
I saw Milo's first.
Yeah, I did too. Can we count Milo's? Since we all saw it
We
first.
can go with Milo's, that's fine.
Yeah.
So
We don't
you guys
even know
travel-
what it means.
It's getting towards the end of the day. That humid feeling that you guys are feeling, it begins to grow steadily stronger as you travel. And those of you that, might have some subterranean knowledge, you realize that you're ascending.
Mhm.
And everybody can roll me a perception check. I guess I should roll for these scripts too.
Again, like, Mail is just not on point tonight. I don't think I've rolled anything besides one roll on
Mhm.
besides that first attack roll on like above a 10.
Cool. So you guys are traveling along, and Marcus is kind of like, maybe he's in La La Land a little bit, and you guys go past, like, there's been a couple openings left or right, but you guys have, like, kind of a steady, like, way you're going. And, oh, you roll higher, Jericho? Cool.
Yep.
Actually, so this is for you, Jericho. So you guys are going past different passages that go left or right, and they all look, fairly similar. But you guys have designed a system, right? You're only going to travel in one direction, because if you only travel in one direction, then you're not going to end up where you started.
Yes.
We're pretty sure.
So you walk by a passage, Jericho, and you happen to glance down, and you see there appears to be light flooding into one of these offshoot passages. But it doesn't appear to be man-made light.
It's natural light.
Looks so. It's kind of orangish reddish.
Okay, that sounds more like fire than sun. But definitely worth checking out.
Okay. So the party's like moving past you because they didn't really see it. Well,
So, no, I'll wait to
Marcus
get
probably
people's
does.
attention.
so
What's up, Jericho?
Light that way.
Me and Milo go running.
so Raka, you're hurtling off, and you turn the corner, and the vision you are granted with is there's a large opening, and it looks out into fresh air, and you're watching the sun just as it's sinking below the opposite side of this large crater, and it's
Are we
shining
in the
this
crater?
weird orangish reddish light through the entrance, And so all of you round the corner and you see this, and you walk up to the edge, and you realize you're probably about 100 feet up on the side of this massive cliff, and you look down over this field that probably is maybe 20 miles in diameter. And it's a very clear day outside, and the fresh air whips up and strikes you all in the face, and your clothes are rustling. And you know, I'm sure that at this point you all are smiling, and you know, you've made it. You've gotten to the other side. It was long and arduous, and you wouldn't wish it upon your worst enemy, but you have arrived. And you look down and you see the grand city of Talabheim up against the what would be the west side of the wall, so kind of like on the opposite side of where you guys were. And in between you and there's a small like foresty area to the south, and there's a farmlands almost as far as you can see to the north of you. And so based on your location, and I'm just gonna if you guys have the map open, or I'll just pull you to it real quick.
Yep.
Based on your location, you guys are pretty certain that you started on the western edge of the tunnels, and you have now come out on the eastern side of the crater.
Son of a bitch.
Well, that was a hell
Gail
of a-
says that out loud.
But
That happens.
there's one other distinctive feature that you guys notice.
Uh-oh.
As you look down over the farm fields, you notice that even though this would probably be... we're getting close to spring, so it's getting close to the time that fields would be being planted and crops would, you know, be in the soil already. There is a haze in the air that's kind of settled over the fields, and the sun is sinking down, and as its last rays kind of you know, descend out of sight, you notice there's a glow from the farm fields, and also maybe you, Jericho, since you were like or Raka probably, since you were the first one out. As the sun dips below and the temperature starts to drop, you feel like this heat coming from where the farmlands are, and you can see kind of like that wavy the heat waves like coming off of the ground,
Like looking at asphalt in the summer.
yeah, exactly like that. And that appears to be coming from the farmlands. And there's like I said, there's like a haze over the land, and there doesn't appear to be, I mean, it's too far for you to see from here, but it doesn't appear to be anybody like out and about.
Okay.
So what do you guys do?
How does it feel to Raka?
I don't know.
Like unnatural or...
Well, yeah, it feels like, you know, it feels like if you're sitting at a, like, maybe like 20 feet away from a campfire, and just every now and then you get that brush of heat that flows off of it.
Is there a clear path down?
Not even a little bit.
Male just kind of looks back, and he's just like, well...
I got something, guys. Don't worry. And then I take out my grappling hook.
I just look at Rocco, I'm like... I kind of look down, I'm like, it's a long way down.
I need to borrow 50 more feet of rope. Does anybody have one?
I look down again, it's a long way down.
You said it's 100 feet, right?
Yep, it's only about 100 feet.
What time in the day did you say it was?
If you jump, Raka, that's 10d6 damage.
As stupid as it sounds, I could without a doubt survive that.
Absolutely.
I kind of want to.
Milo, the sun just set, so it's like, and it sets a little early over Tlaphine because it's in a crater.
Yeah, sure.
So like maybe 6, 7-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should just go to sleep, then climb down in the morning.
Yeah, because if we do sleep, then I have the perfect solution.
Do tell.
Featherfall.
Oh, you know that one. You just don't have it memorized?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Let's do this.
No, we are base jumping out of here.
I look at you guys like talking about this, and I'm like, Mel is like, well, aren't we supposed to go in the city?
Yeah.
Well, we're not in the city. And the only way it seems is either through the front, and he kind of looks back at the tunnels, and he shudders a little bit, or back in there.
Well, we're going in the front. But I don't really care. We can leave. Go through there right now. It's just I'd rather not die.
I don't think there's any reason we need to go back in the tunnels, although...
I think that we can post up right here at the entrance, can't we?
Yeah.
There's
room enough for you guys to lay out your packs.
Why don't we just sleep at the entrance?
Yeah, it will take us a while to actually get into town anyway. And it's getting dark. So.
Yeah.
Enjoy being woken up by sunlight for the first time in I don't remember how long.
Almost 2 weeks.
Yeah, Bale just says it about 2 weeks. He just somehow knows that like how long you guys have been down here.
Yeah.
I would expect him to.
So the other thing is, right, like, it's probably going to take you almost a full, like, day of travel at a pretty good clip to even make it to Tlaphine tomorrow. So.
Yeah, we're definitely going to sleep here for the night.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He
he doesn't disagree with the sleeping. He just says that we should probably not. We'll probably have to go in the tunnels again and yada yada yada.
Well, we don't though. Because we're camped out right at the entrance, aren't we?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
There's like an opening on the side of the cliff face. It doesn't really have a discernible path down. Attempting to climb it is totally an option. Base jumping with Featherfall is totally an option. And then you'll be on the ground, like the ground level.
Okay.
Or what Mail says is totally true. You guys can totally go find another path through the caves.
That sounds terrible, with one exception. Milo?
Oh, see, I'm thinking of it as this way. Like, we're outside of the crater. Like, not like...
No, you're on the interior of the crater.
Okay. Then, yeah, fuck it. Let's just go with your guys' plan. No, I was thinking more the exterior of the crater.
No, you guys can actually see, because it's a clear night, you guys can actually see, like, the lights of Tlaphine 20 miles on the opposite side of the crater from you. Yeah,
so, like, yeah. Okay. That was... I envisioned it wrong. Okay. Your guys' plan sounds solid.
That's why they were questioning your plan.
Yeah.
I was seeing it as we were on the exterior, like outside, like, oh hey, let's just not go through the tunnels anymore, just fuck over Tabline. We spent 2 weeks nearly dying, so yeah, let's just not do that anymore.
I am so happy.
Well, even then. Now,
yep.
The only... Milo, you don't sense anything magical around here, do you?
I imagine not, no.
If you sense anything magical, you would probably have to cast a spell without actually, like, observing an actual thing, like a magical act or...
Yes, so...
Yeah.
I don't know how wizards do. I'm just saying...
There's nothing immediate that I can feel now.
I almost... The one thing that's getting me is that after all that we've just endured, this almost feels too good to be true.
I know the feeling, gems.
Is that just a verbal tick for Raka now?
What gems?
Yeah, okay.
Look, we have finally got out of the caves. We can deal with whatever problems may come up tomorrow. So
we're still out of the caves. This isn't just going to be some kind of tentacle monster's dream.
Yep.
I imagine not. So,
I mean, you guys haven't seen anything crazy since you've been out of the depths of the caves.
The tunnel.
Yeah. No. The closer you got to sunlight,
the surface,
the easier it became, with obvious.
Yep.
For obvious reasons.
Yes. But
so the plan is we're gonna long rest for the night, get everybody their final little bits of health back. Well, actually, I think Marcus is still the only one damaged at all. And then do the morning. Cool. So it's really hard for stuff to actually happen overnight where you guys currently are. So just one singular person. Yeah, there you go, Raka.
Raka achieved it though.
One singular person.
A dragon appears inside the crater and attacks you.
Cool.
Breathes his fire on you, and you have all died. Please roll new characters.
So, Raka, it's the first shift of the night. You and Jericho are on that shift.
During that time...
Yeah, during... Awesome. So how do Raka and Jericho feel now that you are back in fresh air? You got a glimpse of sunlight before it sunk behind the crater walls.
This is how Raka feels.
You guys?
Well, Raka, male.
Gems.
How does
male is, he's feeling quite good about himself that he's out of the tunnels, but there's also
Raka,
that almost he felt almost kind of alive in the tunnels,
sure,
being pitted against the creatures of the dark within the tunnels, and himself and his crew, in a sense, their will versus the enemies type thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's what he's feeling.
Raka's feeling gems.
Gems.
And he's also a little bit more apprehensive now, actually, now that he's out of the tunnels. Okay. Mainly because now he's afraid of the guy before from coming and finding them.
That ghost creature that seemed to be hunting us?
Yeah.
That's a concern.
Raka's afraid of that thing.
It's fair. I think after the trauma, we hope. We don't even know where it came from. Maybe there are a dozen more. I think after the caves, weeks in the caves have been reminding Jericho of the most painful aspects of childhood in Middenheim. He is overjoyed to be in the fresh air again and busts out the musical instruments to play as carelessly as he possibly can without worrying that he's going to be, attracting terrifying cave creatures.
Yeah, absolutely. What about Milo? Been stuck in those tunnels for a while.
Yeah, considering that in the single journey through these tunnels has been the closest he's been to death in his 40 years he's been alive, he's finally relieved.
Yeah, absolutely.
Milo's 40?
It's just a...
Yeah.
It's a... Well, he is... I mean, Milo's could be part of a order of magic if he really wanted to. So it's a general feeling of relief, right? It's a general feeling of like, oh, we made it. We're not dead.
Mine's more anxiety, actually.
We're okay. So Rocka's got more anxiety now. Rocka's like, yeah, and then he's like, oh wait, now I have to deal with all the other things that were trying to kill me before I went into the tunnels.
Yeah, Rocco wasn't as afraid of that thing as when he was in the tunnels, because he was like, how's he gonna find me, that stupid son of a bitch? Mm-hmm. But now he's in a well-known place.
Indeed. I think that Zetch, I think that Marcus is happy, probably that he's out of the tunnels, but he also is probably like, he hunts chaos for a living, right? So, he would not be opposed to like going back in and hunting some things down. But Zetch is probably pretty happy to get the heck out of there, for sure. So I think that's the general feel of the whole group, is that everybody's pretty happy to have survived your encounter. However, during Raka and Jericho, during your shift of watch, you're watching the the only thing to watch. There's nothing along the cliff face, so you just you're staring out, and the stars come out. First time you've seen the stars in almost 2 weeks time, and so that's nice. But you still every so now and then get that like wave of heat, and the glow, that kind of the glowy haze that kind of settles over the farmlands is a little bit disconcerting. It doesn't feel natural at all. It feels definitely something that is not supposed to happen. And Jericho, you're the more perceptive of the two of you. So maybe you're like leaning with your like back up against the cliff face wall, like staring out into the crater, and you see this just very very subtle flash of flame, or flash of light-ish. Might have been a fire like sparking up, but it's way off in the distance, maybe like 5-10 miles into the farmlands. And you see it just flash up, and you see this jet of flame just shoot into the sky. Hard from this distance to see how high, but enough for you to notice. And then it just goes out, and that's what happens.
That's somewhat disconcerting.
What?
Just saw a little jet of fire out of the crater into the sky, like a falling star in reverse.
That sounds kick-ass!
Right. I don't...
Let's go there!
Tomorrow. We're heading that way tomorrow.
Sweet.
Miles away. I'm not sure that we're going to like what we find down there.
I will.
Oh, Raka.
Cool. So the rest of the night passes fairly uneventfully for the rest of you. You wake up in the morning. Milo, you preparing new spells today?
I am, yes.
Cool. So the plan is, can Featherfall affect more than one target during a cast, Milo?
Yeah. Featherfall. Up to 5 creatures.
Cool, so you have to cast.
Don't worry. No, I'll carry Milo.
I'm not... Huh. How does that work?
Well, I mean, if Raka can hold Milo, then it totally works.
But
you can only cast it on.
Milo's still going to weigh normal amounts, right?
Yeah. Featherfall doesn't make you any lighter.
Just means you fall slower.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then...
It's been established that Raka can carry Milo fairly easily.
Sure.
So as long, like, if Raka drops Milo falls at regular speed.
And subsequently die.
Does that mean that, if we all just held hands, a single cast would get us all down there?
I don't think it'd work like that. I think it more has to be...
I think that you fall at a certain rate with Featherfall, so it depends on how long you think you could hold on to your, hold on to each other. That'd be require probably a strength or a constitution check from most of you.
I think it's less that the effect is spread among the people. It's more that the effect is on you, and it's up to your strength to hold everyone up now. Because you're falling at a fixed rate.
Yeah, you're falling at 10 foot a second. It's just you land safely, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, if you guys want to establish that Raka is carrying someone, Milo, do you trust Raka and not cast the spell on yourself?
Yeah, why not?
Cool. So Milo, you go around and you start touching everybody, and you guys explain that what's going to happen. Cool. So what does this look like? You guys now all have Featherfall on you. Raka's cradling Milo in his arms.
I'm holding him out like a kid. Like I said before, like a kid that just threw up and you don't want to get that spittle on his mouth on you.
Sure.
Like that. I'm holding him like that.
Okay.
I'm suddenly very distrusting of Raka.
Yeah, Milo. And then I totally cast another instance of that Featherfall at any time. So
and then I jump.
Okay. So Raka just starts sprinting towards the edge with holding Milo in front of him.
Yeah.
And then
I got you, Milo. And then I trip and I tumble down.
Oh god.
Well, it's a pretty sheer cliff. If you leap off, you're probably going to hit the ground at some point. In fact,
okay, I'll leap off.
60 feet per round, so you're going to fall. I mean, it's only going to take 12 seconds to fall to the ground.
Let's do this.
Wow.
I jump off.
Cool. And so is there that moment of the rest of you kind of look at each other and nod, and then everybody just takes the leap.
I'm watching Rocky going first to make sure that nothing.
Oh right. So you're gonna watch Raka hit the ground first before you take your leap.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Raka leaps off, Milo in his arms. Milo, you get the impression that this is not how Hedwig feels when Hedwig used to fly. It's distinctly much more frightening than that.
Yeah.
But Raka, you're falling. You fall for about 12 seconds, and then your feet just gently touch down on the ground.
Okay. Then me and Milo start walking away.
So then the rest
to Tablaheim.
You see that they have successfully completed this, and you leap off yourselves, right?
Yep.
Cool. So all of you are on the ground now.
Somewhat gymnastic in his leap.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah, you can make it super acrobatic. Do a couple front flips, land on one foot.
Ooh. Here's a superhero fall.
Yeah, you can absolutely do a superhero fall.
Just go do a superhero fall. Just go do a superhero.
It will not be hard on your knees because you softly land on the ground.
Sweet.
Style points.
Yeah, cool. So you guys are now on the ground.
Mm-hmm. I'm still carrying Milo with my arms outstretched. Because that's just how Rocker rolls.
Am I just your little ragdoll now? Is that a thing?
Unless he gets really, then there's a certain risk he's going to spike you.
I might drop kick you. Or punch you. That is definitely a possibility.
I think I would immediately die if you did either of those things. So please don't.
Please, don't worry.
So, you guys are now on the ground. Let's see. Raka, do you wear shoes?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I actually wear
thick
finer
travel
clothes.
boots?
Yeah, they're pretty thick. Well, let me check again, what it exactly is called. Yeah, I wear travel clothes.
Oh yeah.
Except,
so durable.
except with no shirt. Except no shirt.
Okay. Yeah. So your clothing's pretty durable. So, and you're probably still carrying Milo at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Bet you're thankful of that now. Whatever's gonna come up.
So I think that we probably fall on Jericho because I feel like Males probably wears pretty sturdy clothes.
Yeah.
Jericho. Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. You said oh yeah you do wear sturdy clothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Zetch wouldn't feel this for reasons, and Marcus is in chainmail, so he's not gonna feel it either. So Jericho, your feet are sweating, man. Like you feel like you've been wearing tight boots for days on end, and you haven't changed your socks, and your feet are just like sweating. They're hot.
Gross.
Yeah. And like you're showing some discomfort maybe from it, and but everybody else appears fine. Nobody else seems to be like walking tenderly or gingerly or look like they're sloshing around in their own sweat.
That's what I call suspicious.
Indeed.
Okay.
Do you do anything with that information? And you've been walking along. You're kind of in the middle part between where the farmlands are and where the forest is. Forest is on your left, farmlands are on your right. And you guys have entered kind of like that hazy area. Smells vaguely smoky, but it's hard to nail down exactly what scent.
So my feet are sweating, and does that? I mean, that kind of sounds appropriate for the environment that we're in.
Yeah, it does, but you don't think it should be, because in reality, you're still like geographically probably not in an area where it should be this warm and your feet should be sweating at this time of the year.
Fair enough.
So, you guys continue on, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think it's something that you necessarily comment on.
Okay. So you guys get to about middle of your travel day, and you sit down for your typical short rest, and the rest of you now notice the ground feels abnormally warm. It almost feels like if any of you have been in like sand that's been baking under the sun for a while. That's kind of like what you're feeling here, but the sun hasn't been up for that long, and the sun isn't hot. Like, you guys can probably even still feel maybe like a breeze every now and then that feels pretty cool, but the ground feels like it's been baking under the sun for days.
Rocco says, "This place is hot."
It is. Of course, it was. I mean, we've been under here, and that was disgustingly hot as well.
Okay.
So Zetch probably leans over to Milo and says, "It is the entity, the thing. I feel it here."
Yes, that certainly would explain a few things.
The what now?
I'm still holding Milo. Just out in front of me while I'm sitting down.
Yes, us in magical nature have felt an increase of elemental affinity around this area. Probably the work of some fire fiend in the worst case scenario, but yeah, it's certainly concerning.
Zedge probably says, "Well, we are alive, therefore not worst case scenario yet."
Indeed.
And you guys are talking funny.
I'd like to think I'm doing his voice fairly accurately.
No. I mean, Rocco's just commenting on that.
Okay.
Like, he doesn't understand the conversation.
Right. Cool.
You're doing a great job.
Cool. Thanks, Rocco.
Almighty DM, you're doing fantastic.
He's very proud of you.
I'm still not going to hold back, Rocco.
No! I kissed your ass!
That's not how
I deserve something.
You're gonna have to
I'll
kiss
let you
something
sell
more.
one gem at some point.
That's all Rekka wants.
I want it so hard.
So,
Oh yeah, I bet you do.
You guys finish your short rest and you continue on. And as long as you guys don't deviate from the let's get to Talabheim plan, you will reach there by nightfall.
I am determined.
Cool. So yeah, you guys kind of do. You have to take on kind of like a forced march, a little bit because it's a little like outside of the normal travel day range, but that's no problem for you guys. You're hardened adventurers, and you're in the fresh air for the first time in 2 weeks. You know, you're pretty probably.
We're
probably
motivated.
Pretty adrenaline pumped at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So finally, you guys break through the tree line that you guys were briefly traveling through, and you see ahead of you. There's no wall around Talabheim. The wall is the crater. The crater is thought to be impassable by normal means. So they didn't put a wall up around their city. And for those of you that may forget, I actually have that. If you want to go ahead and check it out in the handouts. Talabheim takes up most of the western half of the crater. But yeah. So you guys arrive at what appears to be the city proper. And Male, you probably know this. You know that the Manor District is the district that is the farthest out from the crater walls. There's still that like heat kind of coming off the ground, but it's slightly less the closer and closer you guys get to Talabheim. And as you guys approach along the roadway that you guys have been traveling down, there appears to be no guards or sentries or anything really like posted out along the exterior houses and stuff that are there. You can see though, kind of towering almost in the center of the city itself, there is a very large palace-like building, which one could assume is the place of the lord of the area, which some of you might know. Jericho, Milo, you would definitely know. Raka, you probably are oblivious to political intrigue.
I am oblivious, but I imagine I might have been here before.
Yeah, you might have. This is
because I came from Trollheim.
Yeah, this is a place that you probably have either visited or heard about. But you know that here resides an elector count for the Empire. And what
I definitely don't know that.
The elector counts are basically the people who elect a new emperor when the old one dies. In addition, like they're kind of like the checks and balance to the emperor himself. They can choose to defy the emperor by just not enforcing his laws, not enforcing the things that he does, and the emperor can't really raise like an army to fight them because he relies on them to provide the manpower for certain things. So a lot of times maybe people from outside the empire kind of say, the elector counts are the real power behind the throne, right? They're the ones that can really choose to do or not do whatever they want.
I think we've lost both Jericho and Mail.
I see that. I don't know. At least it's not my internet tonight.
Yeah.
Next to go will be Milo.
Well, how about this? It's about time for our break, so let's take an 8-minute break until 8 o'clock, and we will jump right back into it when hopefully they get their shit fixed.
Okay.
So go get a drink, go do your thing. We'll see you in like 8 minutes.
I'm terribly sorry, my internet shut out for me.